Welcome back to the D4 channel, and finally we have an episode of the Acolyte that we so enjoyed. I'm so happy. It's about
less talking, more action.
That's what we want for this series, because when they talk, they don't make damn sense. They're not cooking. But they cooking with the fighting, and whoever says they're not cooking with the fighting, you are just a straight hater at this point.
Yeah, at this point, you just hate the show. And I get if you don't like it, but like you have to admit, like the choreography is good.
Cooking with that fight choreography. Yes. But before we get to episode 5, Night, which should have been with Day, I don't know why they did that decision.
Yeah, they were doing Day. They were doing the twin thing.
The twin thing for the episodes, but they decided to split these episodes up. Why? I do not know. But before I get to that, what do they gotta do on our channel, D4?
You gotta like, you gotta subscribe, you gotta hit that notification bell, put it on, please. That's how you're gonna get notified for us.
Because if you don't, YouTube will say, well, they didn't post anything. Yes, we did. We did post a damn review. It's up.
It's gonna get lost in your subscriptions.
So don't let it happen. Please, please, please. And we got a Spotify, and it will be in the description below. So if you want to listen to us instead of watching our pretty mugs, you could do that by just listening to our Spotify and helping us out there on that platform as well. And I've been pretty consistent in keeping up with my social media, posting my stuff.
So yeah, make sure to follow. That's another way.
Make sure to follow.
If you hate that notification bell, you could follow on social media.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put my social media in the description below, so you guys can just, if you guys watch it, you can follow my social media or whatever, vice versa. But please do all that and spread the word. If you know someone who likes Star Wars, who likes hearing nerds talk about Star Wars.
If you like the underdogs,
if you like the underdogs, we are the underdogs. So please, if you like us and you know other people that like us, please, spread the word about the D4 channel. Coming in the next few weeks or so, I will be working on like a cool intro for this channel. So if you're used to something like I did in Hamtainment, which you probably aren't because I don't really post on that channel.
Yeah, fair.
And I really need to start. But I will be doing like a little cool intro for this channel. So keep an eye out on that. But without further ado, we're going to get into a spoiler review.
Spoilers.
So if you haven't seen episode 5, Night of the Acolyte, this is a spoiler review. All right, D4. This episode was a banger.
Banger. Now this
was a banger.
Is a banger.
And it started off, it had me worried in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, we thought they were just gonna knock Osha out, and then it's gonna be like, everything's over.
Yeah, I literally like,
everyone's dead.
When they cut to that one Jedi already dead, I'm like, no.
Because like we didn't really hear anything until she started getting a little closer.
Right, and then we heard the lightsaber clashing. I'm like, thank God.
Like the two things we were worried that was gonna ruin this episode, if they started off with a flashback or if everyone was like just dead and she got knocked out.
I think I would have dropped the show if they did that.
Yeah, that would have been over.
That would have been over. I would have been like, well, I'm done watching this show. This show is jank. And the whole point, like the first episode already showed us the choreography is great. Just do more of that. And boy, that Sith, the Khmer, who we know now is the
Whoa,
Sith apprentice.
Shock, mystery solved, guys. I'm sure you didn't see that one.
the show says mystery in the tags, but it's not.
It ain't no mystery. It's just a drama. It's a drama.
It's literally just a drama, and people are on the internet because I love shout out to the Resistance broadcast because they have a guy there, John Hoey, and I think he majored in like speech or language or something. So he's literally dissecting how the Acolyte guy talked in the first episode to how Khmer talked, and then I started to pay attention to their body language and how they moved and carried themselves. So I was like, it's most likely him.
Well, case solved.
And case solved, we were right. But people were like, it's so obvious, it can't be him.
Well, it was so obvious that it was.
It was him. And again, we thought, before the show aired, we thought that like it was going to be a mystery in terms of who killed those Jedi. But literally in the first episode, like, well, May killed the Jedi, her sister. So I'm like, clearly the show is not really about a mystery, which I kind of wish it was.
Star Wars mystery would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but this was not no mystery. It's just an action drama.
Yeah, it's like just an action, and I'm okay with action because, man, when I tell you Kilmir was kicking butt in this episode,
bro, he kicked, he killed,
oh
he
my,
broke,
he broke. I don't know. This is a gripe. It's cool, but I have a gripe on this. That armor, you know, when you watch it, you're like, what's going on? Why are there lightsabers like malfunctioning? And I'm like, oh, it says armor. Like when it tags them for some reason, it's like Beskar, but worse because they're
yeah. Because at first we thought, oh, it's just Beskar, but this is like Beskar on Dathomirian witch magic
steroids. And again, we're like, why doesn't more people use this armor? Where does this armor come from?
No, I'm telling you, he must have like that Mandalorian Dathomirian. He like fused that together and made that armor, bro.
He said this is the most perfect armor in existence.
And I guess we never got that again. No one ever cooked like that.
Why not? That's the best armor to fight Jedi. If you're a Mandalorian, you're taking down so many Jedi with that armor. That armor was
the recipe got lost. He's one of the best male witches around.
That's another thing. I thought he was a witch too, though, because the way the dialogue was like, he gets into your head, and then I think Osha's like, my mom could do that. I saw her do it once. I'm like, is he part of the cult?
He must be. Like, welcome to the witches, man.
But he is a dark sider, so that's like their main technique is like getting inside Jedi's head and unbalancing them with fear and darkness. So I'm like, that's in line with what the Sith do. So I'm like, I mean, the Sith and the witches, all Force cultures have similar.
But he made them fear so much their lightsaber couldn't work.
Man, when they lightsaber, he was like,
bro, he put so much fear in them, their lightsabers couldn't even work. They
I love the fear in their faces too. Like Yord was like, oh my god, this guy is ridiculous. Like they all were for good reason, because this man came in like Dracula, falling down and force push all of them. And I was like, okay.
If there really is someone above him, good gravy. It's so Jover.
You know what? Okay, let's speculate, because people had a theory that it was that. So people already kind of knew he was the Sith in the mask.
Yeah.
Do you think the Master is someone we've seen already in the show? Because people are rumoring that it might be Master Undara from the first episode, Trinity, who got killed.
Well, did we see her like? I can't remember. Mm-hmm. Did we see like blood come out of her and like?
Not really. I mean, I think there's like little red stains where the dagger hit her heart. But one thing I realized, they didn't have a Jedi funeral for her.
Oh, did they not?
No, because May left the body there.
Did they ever mention what happened to the body?
No, I mean.
But don't you think if the body went missing, they would have said something about that?
You're correct. So maybe that's just us overthinking.
That would be kind of bad writing to not mention anything about that.
About the body? So...
Like, if the body was gone, that would be such bad writing to not say the body was missing.
Right. Because they clearly say in the last episode, that she's dead. So I'm assuming they took her body and had a funeral in the background. So maybe we're overthinking, but the internet.
It better not be, because that's atrocious. I'm sorry, that's atrocious.
That would actually be. It'd be a surprise, but it would be surprise.
A great mystery and atrocious writing, though.
It would be atrocious because it had no, just kind of like how May just kind of turned just like that. No build up to any of her.
Which, since they did do that, it wouldn't surprise me if they were going to do something as ridiculous as that.
So I really hope it's not her. And again, this is 100 years. This is 100 years before Phantom Menace. So people are saying it can't be Plagueis, but I'm like, if he's an alien, it could very well be Plagueis. Because Plagueis could have had another apprentice. Because this apprentice seems to be very active, so I think he's gonna get caught and killed, which he should have been caught or killed in this episode, because
it almost happened.
I don't understand. Like you mentioned off screen, Osha's like, you gotta go kill my sister.
Bro, Osha's like, my sister. If something happens, you gotta go kill my sister. You gotta kill my sister, my sister. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, don't kill the Sith. That's bad.
I was like, what? He just massacred a dozen Jedi.
I thought you liked that little Padawan girl.
Yeah, I like Jackie. I was like, yo, the way she went out, especially because of Master Soul's reaction, really sold the he was like, ooh! I'm like, yeah, that was your Padawan,
bro. He went sicko mode for the right reason. He should
have took her head. And it's
off. Like he's not armed. Yes, he was armed. What are you talking about?
See, I understand the Jedi always saying that, but when you're dealing with a Force user,
they're always armed.
I don't understand.
Oh my god.
The Force, listen, I know you guys don't view the Force as a weapon, but in the hands of a Sith Lord, it's a mad weapon, and they're always armed.
Oh my god. At least he had the chance to knock this guy out, but he took 5 feet away from him.
Ridiculous.
And just made him. He saw that this man could fight. He just went. Bro could fight like that.
Bro, he was like Bruce Lee with a lightsaber. I was like, yo, don't give him space. At least bash him in the head with your lightsaber.
He can fight with or without the lightsaber.
Yeah.
He's a threat.
And you let the bugs take him away. I'm like, the bugs ain't gonna kill this man.
I don't understand how that was better. Oh, she's like, don't kill him. Mm-hmm. But then her other plan is for him to get eaten alive by bugs. Is that not worse?
I think her plan was probably just to... It's weird because those
bugs are vicious. It's not like you were thinking, oh, they're just gonna carry him far away.
I thought that was her plan. Just to
That's stupid. Those bugs are vicious. They're obviously gonna go eat him.
Correct, or try to eat him, which clearly.
So what was that plan?
Because if that was the plan, I'm like, you didn't have to do all that. You had him dead to rights. He was right there. You literally could have wrote that better. Where give him a reason of why he got out of that situation, because they let him go.
Because there's two things. If you wanted him to get eaten alive, you should have just killed him. If you wanted him to just go away, then let him knock him out and capture him.
Exactly. Especially when he had no way to fight that. He was beaten. And also I love that Kamir was he is like a poet, bro. When he's speaking, it's like he's doing he's doing Hamlet. You see people in the background.
Hamlet, I would say edgy, but Hamlet is kind of edgy
already. Yeah,
Hamlet, the Shakespearean stuff is already edgy.
So it's like he read all those poems from those poets, and he just I love. First of all, he mentions the word Sith now.
Yes, he did. He just said the whole the censored word.
He said
the S word.
The S word. And now Soul. Wait. And I think Osha heard that too, right? Osha was, yeah.
She should have, yeah.
Osha heard that. So now we know he's like, we are what we call the Sith. So if Soul basically has to die now.
Yep.
Cause if he tells the Jedi, if he tells Master Vernestra, and she still refuses to tell the High Council, that's terrible.
This is beyond politics. We've had 6 people who die, 7, I don't know.
Yep, including a promising Jedi Knight, a promising Padawan, a bunch of other random Jedi Knights / Masters. Again, they don't really count in the High Republic. They're fighting the Nile, which is raider pirates.
Yeah.
They don't really call it a war because the galaxy's so big and they're mostly doing it in Outer Rim territory. So fine. So the Jedi haven't been in real proper war till the Clone Wars or before the Sith Wars. But when you get one guy murdering half a dozen Jedi or so, you gotta be like, yo, we gotta go and deal with this problem.
Damn, I can't believe that happened. Let's pretend it didn't happen.
No, because
you're threatening every Jedi.
Every Jedi. You threaten every Jedi now.
That's literally so un-Jedi.
Exactly. You have to go and hunt him down. It'll be search parties for decades to find him. So in my head, because Master Yoda knows about the Ruler 2. Yeah. So that's fair, because they could know the Ruler 2 in the history books and assume they dealt with the Sith Lords since there are only 2 of them. That's fine. So he can know about the Ruler 2, but they can't know about an actual, especially if the Sith guy Kamir survives. You can't, and especially if you know there are 2 of them. if there's him and you don't find the other one, you know there's two of them. If they all know that the Sith are active in this time period and they don't do anything about it until the prequels, you deserve Order 66.
Yeah, at that point, understandable. Have a good day. Like, yes, this you had so much time to be ready for this,
and you did nothing.
You had so much time to be prepared to be on the lookout for these people,
and you just want to, Sith. I saw nothing.
No, that's crazy. So literally, the only way for this to go is for our boy to be.
I hate that. Because he's. It's funny too. The two Asians are carrying the show. Asians are cooking right now.
The Asians.
They're writing their TV shows. Like every time Netflix put like a Korean drama, I be watching it. They
know how to act.
They know how to act. They know how
to write.
Oh my god.
They know how to film.
There's no surprise that the two Asian characters are carrying this show hard. And I love both of them so very much. So I'm upset that because he heard these words, he's most likely going to eat it. But yes. do you think there's a chance for whatever reason?
No. Because it's not like he didn't. He just said, "I'm just some guy killing y'all." He said, "I'm a Sith."
That
the word that they were like, "Yeah, that's not a thing anymore."
Yeah,
he literally said it flat out. It wasn't even like a guess.
Right? It's like, well, you guess what I am. He didn't even say that. He said, "I'm a Sith."
So how the hell would he not die?
Do you think that Master Soul, because he seems like he's hiding a lot of things, do you think that he would even tell the Jedi that he met a Sith? Which again would be crazy.
You're telling me they killed his Padawan and he wouldn't say nothing?
I don't know, man. Some of the decision making on these characters are not making logical sense.
If that happens, this writing. I know the writing is already like there, but you're gonna make it all the way down to the dirt.
Let's be real, D4. I don't know what the hell May's doing. Because the whole point of her...
Bro, she went on that shit, pretending and everything. What happened to It's Just Me and Osha? Why are you banning her?
You cut her hair looking like her. You had her knocked out, so you could have dragged her to a ship or something. Like, you left her for the Master to pick her up, which he basically did. So what...
So is this... Some people said it's gonna be the reverse, where it's like, hey, May, that's her name, yeah, May.
Yeah,
is gonna be good, and then Osha is gonna be bad. I'm like, how the hell is that gonna happen?
With 3 episodes,
I can see May becoming good,
right?
But how the hell is Osha gonna become bad? I know she wanted to kill her sister, but I don't think she's that bad. Like, bro,
what if the Sith tells her what Master Soul did, which I don't know what he did exactly, but what if that's enough to break her and turn her into agent of evil?
Oh, that's probably where the backstory is gonna come.
Probably.
Yeah, this probably next episode is the flashback episode.
It has to be D4 because one, Kalanaka, the Wiki Jedi, and all of them were in the trailers fighting, so we have to. So it has to
next episode's the flashback episode.
But like, they're really building it up to where this man did something atrocious.
Yeah. That's kind of seeming like.
Yeah, so because the whole fight, they were like, he was talking about the whole mask. He's like, you would know all about being a master with a mask, like hiding stuff. Like, what did Master Soul, and what did all of them do? That was, because we saw them being up when they went to the witches. But like, what did they do that was so bad?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. How bad is this? Like, how atrocious, what kind of war crimes did they commit to be like getting slayed like this?
Were they in the right? Maybe because people were assuming that Mother Coral, the Zabrak looking mother, instigated it and the Jedi defended themselves, and that's why it started. Cause I don't, even though they came out real bad in that episode, that was really bad, I don't see them going willingly killing witches unless they were targeted against, because the witches were already against them. They're like, you're not taking our children. So no matter what, you're not taking our children. So I'm assuming that one of the witches, Mother Coral, whoever, started it with the Jedi, and they had to defend them, so it ended up being everything went terribly wrong.
That has to be how it went.
But then, in my mind, okay, look, a massacre of a whole group of people is bad, especially when it's the parents of these 2 orphan children. That's really bad. But they're making it seem like what Anakin did, where he killed the Jedi and children. Like, they're making it seem to that level, and I'm like, it's bad, but it's not as bad as they're making it out in the show. And then when they show me it, I'm gonna be like, that was bad, but that wasn't that.
It's gotta be bad enough to drink poison too. That's how bad it's gotta be.
That's another thing. Like, I don't think anything they did would have been bad enough. First of all, why was he the only one who was willing to drink poison? Out of all 3, they were like Master Ondara. People were joking. She was like a mob boss. She was at a bar with a bunch of random vagabonds.
She didn't care.
Like, she just like, yes, my child. I'm like, that didn't affect you. Master Soul was still teaching kids. Cal Naka made it been affected because he went into the woods and started drawing the symbols of the witches and the things. So
yeah, that probably.
It was screwed. So it seemed like only Kanaka and Master Torben were the only 2 really affected, and the other 2 were like, well, I mean, it happened. That was really bad, but let's continue with our Jedi lives.
Yeah, I'm so curious to see how they're gonna do that.
The writing hasn't been catching me, so I think they're gonna fumble.
Yeah, they're probably gonna fumble because there's no way they're about to cook up the most gourmet dish up in here. Based off the last episodes, there's no way they're making a gourmet dish.
No, we could be wrong. I would love to be wrong, D4.
Oh yeah, me, you, the whole internet wants to be wrong.
I would love to be wrong, but based on the track record, we are most likely not going to be wrong. And that means this episode was probably one of, if not the very few that we're gonna enjoy of this series until the end. Which sucks because we're gonna have more we're gonna have more seasons of this show. So I'm curious.
I don't know what the hell they're gonna cover.
Yeah, because is this just a saga of
They should have just did this season and made a movie and call it a day.
I think so. Like that, it's just a higher pop. Because like, what are we gonna do now? Because I'm gonna assume Kamir has to survive. He can't die because he's a Sith, and they have to keep surviving to teach we have to know or get a hint of who the master is. Because we know he's not. They call him the master, but he's the master of May. He's not the Sith master. 1, he's too young, and 2, he did say a little line. He's like, I don't make the rules. The Jedi make the rules. But I think he also meant, I don't make the rules. The Sith masters make the rule of 2. So we have to see who it is. And honestly, it could be Plagueis, but not Plagueis. It might be Plagueis' master, Tenebris. I mean, you could still write around it where, like, because Palpatine's not here.
You can still fix this.
You can still fix this. So, or it could be a brand new character. It could be a brand new
character.
So I'm fine with that, but he can't die because he's a Sith and he has to continue festering in the background. But all our Jedi heroes, because I ain't gonna lie, when Yor got his neck snap, pun intended, I said, oh snap.
Oh snap.
oh snap. Because he was a fan favorite, and there's one point where he got injured, and you're like, why didn't you just kill him?
Yeah, because like his leg got slashed, but it's like, nah, he good.
Yeah, and then he came back and was like, and I was like, oh, this is why the internet probably was on fire, because the internet like you.
When I think about it, remember how Osha said we need to go back and everything, and I came back?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think everyone would have, like, Yord and would have lived if she didn't do that and stuff? Because I realized he had it in the bag. He was literally about to kill him before Osha showed up.
Oh damn, you're right. Because if they just kept going to the ship, I mean, Jackie still would have died, but then he would have went crazy, killed the Sith, and then Yord still would have been alive.
I know Yord made him extra mad, but like, maybe he actually had it in the bag though.
Yeah, because she came back and she's like, he's gonna kill them all, right? Yeah. So maybe. Cause,
I mean, maybe if it wasn't for Yord, he wouldn't have enough anger
True, because Jackie and Yor really, like, he was mad about Jackie, but when he saw Yor die, they really piled on his anger.
So, I don't know.
So, I mean, yeah, maybe if he didn't come back, Master Soul would have died. So, I'm not really, listen, I didn't really vibe with Yor that much. You feel me? I would have liked for him to survive and get a character arc before you massacred him.
His character arc was getting his head snapped, so his neck snapped. That was his arc.
Bro, our background guy, our Mr. Tape, he was like, I didn't care about these characters.
No, I agree. I really, besides Master Soul, but I don't know what atrocities this man's about to like.
Bro, every time he's about to talk about it, he looks like he's about to like break down and cry and like, I don't know. Every time they mention it, he looks miserable.
Bro, I don't know, but he's like the only character that like I kind of care about. Everyone else, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
I really care about him too much to the point where like, even if they show me what he did, I probably was like, well, it's okay, buddy.
Yeah, whatever.
It's okay, buddy. Like, we all have those bad days.
It was one bad day. You feel me?
Yeah. So I really hope they really got to cook with the Ryan in the next episode, because now that May for some reason is pertaining to be Osha, I don't know what her plan is.
They gotta go beyond cooking.
They have to go because I don't know what the hell May's plan is. You can't fight all the Jedi. You could barely fight your master, and he.
She literally, I don't know, because this guy has to die because he literally.
It said Sith.
He said Sith. What is happening?
He said so. Like, but based on how everything's going, right? The Sith not catching up to him. Going, I'm assuming he's going back to Coruscant to let everyone know what the hell happened. And I really doubt they're gonna have May kill him in his sleep or whatever. So he's gonna come back and tell the council that he encountered a Sith. Unless he takes a detour.
The master about to pull up and just knock Soul out.
He about to go and grab the ship.
He's gonna come in his own ship and he's gonna fight.
Oh, that would be cool. A little dog fight.
He's like going into our favorite croissant.
Croissant.
And no, he just like pulls up in his ship.
That would be dope. They're not gonna do that. I doubt it. But that would be dope. I would actually vibe with that.
You don't know.
But I think Master Soul is gonna survive. I think he has to tell them he encountered a Sith. I mean, if you make it back to Coruscant, you have to tell them you made a Sith. Otherwise, you're the dumbest Jedi.
He has to not make it for this to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
But it really could be the case. Which again I hate it, but it really could be the case. He tells them, because even when I rewatched the last episode, when Master Kiadi Money that everyone's hating that was in this, like he makes the wise decisions. Like, we should tell this to the High Council, and Vanesha's the one that tells them, no, we're not going to tell them, because if we tell them, they're obligated to tell the Senate, and we're going to have political enemies. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, but if he comes back and tells her I met a Sith, and she still makes the same decision, and like, we're not gonna tell the council, we're gonna deal with it ourselves. I'm like,
it's like the sun.
It's not the sun because you can't see it. Because I don't understand how you're gonna be a Jedi Master with 100+ years of experience, and you don't have the wisdom to bring to the people who are much wiser and stronger than you are to deal with this type of situation of your whole.
Yeah.
So They literally put themselves in a box with how they're doing it.
Hiding it sure made a great outcome later on, didn't it?
Say again?
Yeah, hiding this sure made it better later on, didn't it?
You should have told.
It sure did.
But yeah, I'm very curious to see how they write this, because in my opinion, they're writing themselves in a box.
Yeah, this seems like wow, look at us. We're really cooking. We're going to throw all these bombastic ideas. Mm-hmm. And then they forgot they actually had to put in-betweens or something. Yeah,
and make it fit the canon that already exists.
Like, it feels like they wrote this and then it was like, oh, right, the canon, yeah.
Right, yeah. Which, again, one of the writers made a comment saying, before they put any of the episodes or write the episodes, they have to talk to Dave Filoni. So that, I don't know whether they did that to shift the blame in case it was like, I hate this show. Well, blame Dave Filoni because he had to give us a go ahead.
I don't know how much Dave Filoni was, part of this.
Part of this.
But if he was very, very part of this, my dude.
What are you doing?
What happened?
You're the apprentice of George Lucas. What's going
What
on?
happened?
What's going on, my guy? I know this is technically like a fairy tale, but you gotta keep some stuff to make sense.
Yeah, I gotta see those other episodes.
So, I enjoyed this episode. I give this episode a solid 8 out of 10.
I give it like a 7.5.
Fair. Because the action carried that hard. The action...
Because the action was good. It's just that there's so many things that I'm like, what the...
Yeah, I'm really thinking this show's going to be better on like a full rewatch when all the episodes come out and you know everything.
Because with the...
Right now, we're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We're really not.
I'm not seeing where the cooking is going.
Exactly. But as a lone episode, I could watch this all day. This shit was fire.
This was very good episode.
This was a very good episode. So you guys let us know what you thought of the Acolyte episode 5 Night. And honestly, again, I wish they released those 2 episodes together because that would have made it a lot better.
It would have. It really would.
It really would have. If they just made it one whole episode or just released a damn 2 episodes, I think it would have been really better. But you guys let us know what you guys thought of the Acolyte in the comments below. Let us know your ratings. Please speak to us because we will respond to all of your comments.
And if we think your comment is interesting or just nice, we will shout you out in the next time we do this podcast.
Yes, so please like and leave a comment. It helps us with the algorithm. And plus, you just gotta talk to 2 awesome creators on YouTube because, trust me, I've tried to message other creators on cool stuff they're doing and they don't respond. So we are the few YouTubers who actually respond. And it doesn't matter how big we ever get. That's going to remain the same because I think community is important, especially in Star Wars.
We'll respond to as many as we humanly can.
Yeah. Obviously, if it really big, it's going to be very hard. But yeah. I'm going to respond to everybody that we can. So please, and of course we're small, so we respond to everybody.
Yeah,
so
we're small right now, so don't even worry about it. We're going to respond to you as long as you're. I mean, even
if you're not civil, we're still gonna respond to you. We're just not gonna give you any time of day on the podcast
or shout out. You're not gonna get no shout out.
Yeah, so please do all that. Listen to us on Spotify, like and subscribe to the D4 channel for all your Star Wars entertainment news and D4. Please don't let the Sith Lord go. I beg you. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. We'll see you guys next time. May the Force be with you. Peace.